And she, the ship that is, spent most of her 74 years in LaPorte before making today's journey in Galveston. But the USS Texas made history long before. Let's turn now to Jason Miles at the Galveston Naval Museum with a look at the ship's historic past. Jason?
Hey there, guys. For a history buff like me, this was an incredible sight to see. Many others joined us here at Seawolf Park and the Naval Museum to watch the USS Texas sail by right here where the ferries go back and forth between Galveston and Bolivar. Among those seeing her depart LaPorte this morning, a World War II veteran who actually served aboard the ship.
He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of company.
Standing atop other World War II era vessels on display at the Galveston Naval Museum,
We're here to greet and celebrate her today.
many watched the last leg of Battleship Texas's journey to a dry dock where this century-old ship will get much-needed TLC.
When she was launched and commissioned into service, she was the most fierce warship at the time.
The USS Texas launched in 1912 and was in service by the time World War I came around. Almost sent to the scrapyard in the late 1930s, she proved her worth in the Second World War by helping defeat Nazis from North Africa to Normandy before moving to Okinawa and Iwo Jima, becoming the first U.S. battleship to mount anti-aircraft guns, to launch an aircraft, and one of the first with radar.
So today, gallant old ship, we say to you, hail and farewell.
Fleet Admiral Chester Nimitz, a Texas native, helped mark the occasion of her arrival back home in 1948, where USS Texas became the first battleship museum in LaPorte.
I spent 2.5 years on board the ship.
100-year-old Giulio Zagagni was, among other things, a rangefinder during his stint on the Texas.
From February 1940 to July of 1942.
He wanted to see her off on the next mission of her long, incredible life.
It used to be a real first-class ship when I was on board it.
Many hope she'll soon recapture some of her glory. And back in the 40s, to get the Texas back to the Lone Star State, there was a grassroots campaign. School kids even raised coins or collected coins in order to contribute. And speaking of history, this isn't the first time the Texas has gone into dry dock for repairs. It also happened back in the 80s. Hope this one lasts as well. Reporting live from Galveston, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.
Jason, so glad you got to enjoy and experience the journey today. And folks, for you to learn more about the USS Texas and to watch a documentary on the role the ship has played throughout history, just text the word SHIP to 713-526-1111.
All right, let's jump